What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers. We are here for the second video of the day. Friendly reminder, if you didn't vote in the earlier video for the new character for the Yay or Nay series, go do that in that video. But otherwise, this is the stats. Let's get to the update, shall we? Top 6, like we started last week with the new layout, if you will. But 1 through 6, we have Crash Bandicoot still in first place. Dr. Eggman still in second. Actually, the top 6, nobody moved. Everybody stayed exactly where they were from last week. So here's the big takeaways. Crash Bandicoot, I think 1 vote this week. It was a yay. Crash is still at 81.6%. Eggman, I believe, had 2 votes. They were both yays. And Eggman moved up percentage-wise a couple ticks. Last week he was at 79.5. This week he's up to 79.7. Scorpion and Tails both got 0 votes this week, so they stayed exactly where they were from last week. And then Rayman got a few votes. I believe he moved up slightly in percentage points as well. He's now up to 77.7%, so lucky 7s. I mean, that's got to be good, right, for Rayman. And then Master Chief in 6th place. What did he have? I believe Chief had 1, maybe 2 votes. And they were all yeses, no matter how many the number is, either 1 or 2. But Chief is at a 76.8% for 6th place. So, well, there's your top 6. And, well, eventually we're going to get to the new 2 of the debuting characters, right? And is it going to be this slide? No, not yet. 7 through 12, not any of the debuting characters from last week, but they might pop up sooner than you think. But let's see, Bomberman's still sitting in 7th place. Shantae had a really good week. She had like 9 votes this week. 8 yeses and 1 no, so she had a big week. But Bomberman's sitting right at 76%. And then Shantae moved up to 75.6%, so she had a really good week. Heavy Weapons guy, he had, 3 votes. I think it was 2 yays and 1 nay. So he actually, I think, fell very slightly in percentage, or maybe he stayed exactly where he was. It was very minuscule percentage points if he did fall, but he's still at 75% in 9th place. Spyro still hangs out in the top 10 at the number 10 spot, so he's got that locked down. But he moved up as well. I think he had 2 votes, and they were both yeses, so he's up to 73.1%, which is pretty good. And then, let's see, King Boo's still sitting in 11th place. I think that still surprises a lot of people, but I think it's kind of cool, right? King Boo's pretty damn scary, so maybe people are too scared to vote for him. I don't know, whatever. But Sora actually moved up 1 spot this week. Last week, Sora was 13. This week, Sora is 12, so Sora moved up. I think it was 2 votes for Sora. Both of them were yeses. So Sora does move up to 71.2% for 12th place, which is pretty good. And Sora did cross. Maybe it's 3 votes, actually. I believe it's 3, because Sora crossed over the 200 total vote mark. So it was 3 votes. That's what it was. They were all yeses regardless. But yeah, that's pretty cool for Sora. So next round of 6. Here we go. 13 through 18. Still not the new characters. Where are they gonna come in at? We'll see. But Bandana D was 12th place last week, and well, just swapped spots with Sora. So Bandana Waddle Dee comes in with a 70.7. I think Bandana D had 2 votes, and I think it was like 1 and 1. I think it was 1 yes and 1 no, I believe. So definitely dropped percentage points. Didn't help him at all. But Leon Kennedy, another one that surprised me, moved up a little bit. 2 votes for Leon this week. Both of them were yeses. So Leon moves up to 69.7% in 14th place. Then Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh boy, was it 6 votes? No, 7 votes for Shadow. It was 4 yeses and 3 no's. So percentage-wise, not that great. Shadow actually fell in percentage points this week. So Shadow's now down to 69.1%. So yeah, kind of almost 50-50. Well, as close as you can for odd numbers. But yeah, 4 yeses and 3 no's for Shadow this week. But after him in 16th place, Saul Bad Guy. 1 vote for him this week. It was a yes. So Saul is up to 68.5%. So pretty good for him. And then the last 2, we got the Knight from Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight. Ha, not Shovel Knight. Ha, said it right. But the Knight comes in with a 67.2%. And Hayabusa, who only had 1 vote, it was a yay. But Hayabusa is now up to 67% even. So very close race between those last 2 characters right there. So next round of 6 characters, we get 19 through 24. Still not the new characters. I wonder where they could be. But 19 through 24, we got Agumon in 19th place, who had a good week. I think Agumon had, I want to say, it was 2 or 3 votes, and they were all yeses. So Agumon did pretty good. He's up to 66.6% in 19th place. Chun-Li had 2 votes this week, 1 yes and 1 no. So she fell a little bit in percentage points, so she's down to 66.2%. Waluigi had, here's another character that actually had a good week this week. I was surprised. But he had 4 votes this week. All 4 of them were yeses, so he's up to 180 total votes, 118 yeses, 57 nos, 5 unsures, and Wally moved up to 65.5%. So he's one of the big movers of the week. Right behind him, we got Kratos and Akira Howard in 22nd and 23rd place, respectively. They got 0 votes this week, so they stayed percentage points and stat-wise exactly where they were from last week at 65.2 and 65% even. And then 24th place, Phoenix Wright. He did have a couple votes this week. I want to say there were two votes and 2 yeses, I think. So Phoenix Wright moves up slightly in percentage. That's kind of the theme for the week, I noticed, for quite a bit of characters. A lot of characters moved up slightly in percentage this week, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, Phoenix Wright now comes in with a 64.7%. Next round of 6 characters. We got one! There she is, all the way down in 30th place. Lana from Hryule Warriors. That's where she starts her debut. So let's run over her stats here real quick, shall we? She comes in with 98 total votes, which isn't that bad. If you can get close to 100 for your first week for this series, yeah, that's pretty good. So she comes in 98 total votes, 56 yeses, 36 nos, and 6 unsures. So Lana starts off with a 57.1%. And if I had to make a quick note on her, people that did vote no for her, it was pretty simple. She's cool, but there's other Legend of Zelda characters I would rather see. And that was kind of the whole theme. But then it varied on characters people want to see. But it was pretty much, yeah, we like her, but there's other characters in her series that deserve to be playable way before her. So that was kind of that thing. But the other characters, Dante in 25th at 64.2. Then we got Lara Croft on 26th place with 62.6%. Lloyd Irving moves up 1 spot this week. He had, 1 vote, I believe? Maybe 2? I think it was 1 vote, and it was a yes. So Lloyd Irving's up to 60.4%. Doomslayer had 2 votes this week, 1 yes and 1 no. And Doomslayer, again, falls back below 60%. He is now down to 59.7%. And then Dixie Kong, who had 1 vote this week, was a yes. So she moves up percentage-wise. She's up to 58.2%. So there you go. Let's get to the next round of 6. Oh boy, it's still not the other character. Ooh. You can only imagine how bad this one might be. But here we go. Pea Shooter, 31st place with 54.7. Pea Shooter, I think, had 4 votes actually this week. And they were all yeses, so that helped his percentage, or its percentage point, I should say. Yuri Lowell, only 1 vote this week. It was a no, so Yuri dropped percentage-wise. He's now down to 53.7. Then there's Gino, Porky Minch, Chosen Undead, and Pyramid Head. Chosen Undead, Pyramid Head. Rhymes. Either way, Gino, I think 2 votes. Both of them were no's. Gino's down to 50.5%. Then we got Porky Minch. Check that out. Porky Minch and Chosen Undead, both exactly at 50%. That's kind of crazy. So Pyramid Head right behind them. Pyramid Head had 1 vote this week. It was a yes. Pyramid Head moves up to 47.5%. So not bad. I think Porky Minch had I want to say it was 7 votes this week, and I think it was 5 yeses and 2 nos, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Porky did have a pretty decent follow-up week. So yeah, crossed the 100 total vote mark, which is always a cool little accomplishment. But yeah, there you go, 31st through 36th. That means our bottom 4 characters, well, at least there's the other debut character, right? Cinderace Pokemon from the Pokemon Sword and Shield, or just Pokemon series in general. Cinderace, actually total votes, that was pretty good. 128 total votes for Cinderace. The problem was, there's only 51 yeses, 72 nos, 5 unsures. Cinderace debuts in 37th place with a 39.8%. If you want the note here real quick, if you would guess, your guess would probably be, well, the only reason they didn't vote for Cinderace is because, one, they don't like Pokemon, or two, they'd much rather see a different Pokemon altogether. That was the overlying theme for many of the no's. A lot of them were no more Pokemon, so yeah, either way, that's Cinderace. But Monster Hunter did have one vote. It was a yes, so Monster Hunter moves up to 24.5%. Still down there at the very bottom, but hey, moving in the right direction. Jonesy had 3 votes this week. All 3 of them were no's, rightfully so. And then, Jonesy's got 22.7%. And then Crewmate had 3 votes, but he had 1 yes and 2 no's. And Crewmate is still at the bottom with 22.2%. That is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. Again, friendly reminder, there was an earlier video today, brand new character in the series, which was Freddy Fazbear. Go vote in that video. Should be on screen right now. Just click it. Go drop your vote there. That is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. And, well, I'll see you tomorrow with another Yay or Nay episode.